Coming up, behind the scenes with DC's reigning high school cheerleading champs and what it takes to make a ballpark the city's star attraction. Washington Full Circle starts right now. Hello and welcome to Washington Full Circle. Two on our Full Circle team have been pretty busy in the field with some behind-the-scenes reporting involving sports. Felicia Newsom and Matthew Granata are here to share what they found. Felicia.
Well, what does it take to make a champion? You'll find out as we go behind the scenes with the one, the only 2015 DCIAA cheerleading champions, the Woodrow Wilson Senior High School Lady Tigers.
This year, my alma mater, Woodrow Wilson Senior High School, just so happened to win the DCIAA cheerleading championship. So you know I had to catch the Tiger cheer team in action and find out about their winning ways, like working hard and having a winning attitude.
Practice is usually 4:30 to sometimes 7-ish. So then I go home and then I'm up all night just doing homework. Yeah, and then you just repeat. And then you just repeat every day, basically.
We had the ambition to win, but at the end of the day, like, we're not like cocky and knew we were going to win, because after everything's over, people give their opinions, and based on the opinions, it just felt like, I don't know, discouraging type of thing. But we won because we won.
Stephanie, you are the head coach of Wilson's cheer team. I got my green and white on. I went to Wilson, so I'm just letting you know that now. But tell me about the cheerleading team. What does it take to make it to the team?
Well, to be a cheerleader, it has to take being dedicated. That's all I'm about, dedication. And as long as you have that, I just feel like I can make you the best cheerleader you can be. As a coach, that's just my #1 goal, just for you to be dedicated. I just love a dedicated cheerleader.
And you have girls from 9th all the way through 12th grade on the team.
Yeah.
So it's not an age group, you know,
No.
anybody.
Just anybody in high school. They can all try out.
And how do you distinguish who's going to be a flyer and then who's going to, I guess, support?
Yeah, the flyers are the girls with the most flexibility and the energy to be in the air. And then the bases are the ones who are most trustworthy to keep the girls in the air and make sure that they are caught when they come down.
I know that you all were DCIAA champs this year, and it's a long history of Wilson being that, because you know they were that class of '95. Shout out to y'all. They were that when I was in high school. So talk about winning that.
That was a challenge for us because I started coaching the team in January. And competition was in March. So for me to get all of that together last minute, it was an experience because I thought it would be more for me to be stressed about it, which I wasn't, because they made it easier for me as a coach to get it done within the time limit that we had. The DCIAA competition, they haven't won in a while. So they came to me and they were like, we haven't won, we heard you are a good coach, and we just want to win, and that's what we're all about. I'm like, okay. It has to be about fun first, but winning is fun, of course.
Right.
So I'm going to make sure you get there, and we got there.
Yeah, and that's a testament to you. And you were a cheerleader, right?
Yeah.
You were in high school. You said you were on an all-star team. So talk about going through that and then coming here and being a coach.
It's difficult. It is, because you're used to being told what to do.
Right.
But you know what to do because you've been told before. So you're like, okay, what did my coach teach me to do so I can teach them what to do? Okay.
Are you ready? Hey, to begin, let's go. We're getting started. We're here to win. Are you ready? Hey, to begin, let's go. We're getting started. We're here to win. Wilson Tigers.
How do you come up with the choreography and the cheers?
Oh my goodness. The choreography, it just comes off the top.
And you choreographed it?
Me and my sister, yeah. My sister coaches do. And we just sit at home and we think, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try it. If they can't, we're going to make them do it.
Right.
And it should take about a month to do choreography, but we somehow did it in a week.
That's incredible. And you won.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I mean, that's an incredible story. The girls look good, and They're representing Wilson. Like I said, got the green and white, but that's it. Thank you.
We will be the number one, no doubt. All the time, go. Win. All you mighty Titans, us, Wilson. Say what you wanna win. Hey, stand today. Get off your rope, set up a cheer, and let them know that we're here. Who? We are the best. We don't think of you. WHS is coming at you. This was our year, and we're here to stay. The new checks are here, so get out of our way. Tigers on the mat, and you know we keep it live. Reporting live.
Wow. Valika, we know you went to Wilson. We know you were a gymnast.
Yes, I did.
Why didn't you decide to be a cheerleader back then?
You know, I think that's why I wanted to do this. Well, aside from the fact that they won. But, you know, I wanted to be a cheerleader, but I was really shy in high school. Oh, no. I was, I know.
Valika shy?
Yeah, I know. Can y'all believe that? April from the cheerleading team, I have to say shout out to her because she gave me some information for this package. But yes, I was really shy. I wanted to do it, and I have so much respect for them because there is a lot of tumbling, as you see. There's a gymnastics quality in there, and then of course, you know, you got to be the face of the game. You got to have the pep. So I was a little shy. I didn't do it.
Yeah, you get the sense too. Yeah, they're talented. You watch that package, you see that they got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And they talk about dedication. Were they talking about maybe a repeat performance next year?
I mean,
run?
they have it in them, you know. That, like I said, I think they won a few times when I was there, so we want to keep that going. You know, hopefully next year, Wilson again.
Now,
Sorry, Chris.
how has things changed since back when you wanted to be a cheerleader and you were a gymnast to what you see now going on in the teams?
Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. I mean, I'm not sure about the tumbling there. I mean, I see that they had a lot of tumbling. These girls are familiar with tumbling, very much so. And I don't remember too much of that, but I might be wrong, so I'm not taking anything away from y'all. Y'all were talented. But I mean, it seems like it's still the same high level of achievement and high level of expectation there.
Yeah. Do you think they pursue this as a sport or more as for scholarships or anything like that?
I actually asked one of the girls, she's a 9th grader, and I loved it because I was trying to get her to tell me, yeah, I want to go to school for, you know, whatever and get a scholarship for cheerleading. She's like, I'm going to be a doctor. You know, I'm just doing this right now because I love it, but it's going to be all about me going to med school when I get to. So, I mean, there are scholarships out there, but these girls are focused, so it's not just about cheering for them, but this does help them have the patience and the stick-with-itness to pursue.
But they look,
I like that.
They look good out there on the field.
Yeah.
Up next, Matt gets down to ground level at Nationals Park and another behind-the-scenes venture when Washington Full Circle returns. Welcome back. Now, Matt's been pretty lucky lately because for his behind-the-scenes story, he was sent out to the ballpark. Right, Matt?
Yeah, and that's right, Furman. Not just any ballpark. The pristine fields at the Washington Nationals ballpark. And I got a chance to spend the afternoon with the people who are in charge of making sure it stays that way. Let's take a look. The baseball park. It's a place to relax, hang out, and spend those hot and humid summer days. Before first pitch, spectators pour in the gates, file past security lines, and bustle towards their favorite game day concession stands. But few fans have any idea what's been going on inside the park to get the field ready for game day. So what better way to find out than to go behind the scenes with the people responsible for keeping the field in perfect condition? The Washington Nationals grounds crew is charged with taking meticulous care of each blade of Kentucky bluegrass, a job that can be both rewarding and quite demanding.
It's an extremely fun job, and being exposed to certain things out here, it's a unique job, and it's something that we take a lot of pride in.
And when John Turnauer talks about the grounds crews taking pride, it involves precision and focus on everything, including spraying down the dirt inside the diamond, even making sure every cleat mark is raked away and sunflower seed is swept up. Not every duty they hold is glamorous, But for young baseball fans, it's considered a dream job.
We hear it all the time. Just a matter of following your dreams and being driven and, following that. You're at an age where you can get into school and study, the program and get involved with the turfgrass industry. It's certainly a fun, unique industry to be involved with.
Beautiful roll, Mark.
Unique because while it involves its fair share of physical labor, a major part of working in this role involves a very specific skill set and knowledge base.
I mean, it's all science-based, plant pathology, soil science. So a lot of it is just all science-driven.
Both the physical and mental come together in preparation for the long Major League Baseball season and the hours of preparation that go along with the game day routine.
Our crew is out here 10 to 12 hours before the first pitch. We want to make sure that we're providing them a safe, consistent playing field each single day that they come out here. Altogether, we have a staff of 42 people. That's a mixture of tarp crew, interns, part-time seasonal help, and our 3 full-time assistants.
All of whom play a very important role leading up to first pitch, with each task having a familiar deadline wrapping up when the umpires emerge just before game time. Crew members will even touch up the field after the pre-game ceremony, just seconds before the action begins.
Let that sit for 10 minutes and then see how it looks. If not, we'll just come out after the anthem and touch it up.
With a number of time-consuming tasks happening simultaneously, deadlines matter in this business. Even mowing the grass can take up to 3 hours, and that happens daily. Of course, cutting those unique patterns in the outfield takes some extra time. And what's the secret with that anyway?
Certainly we get the questions, is it different mowing heights for each stripe? Are you painting one way and not painting the other one? But it's literally from the mower. On our mowers, we have these rollers that are on the back of the unit. And just through repetitive mowing each day, we're creating that pattern.
The outfield is cut in about 5 standard patterns, simple and with straight lines to make it as basic as possible for the players. Once the outfield is mowed, you'll see the grounds crew involved in a flurry of other activities. Using this hose, which attaches to a fixture near the pitcher's mound, they will water the outfield as well as the dirt around the diamond. They'll also rake the clay and dirt throughout the field, making sure it's smooth and there's no debris. Then it's time to paint the lines, each one perfectly straight. And then there's home plate. They pay a lot of attention to home plate. When the national anthem is about to echo throughout the ballpark, it's time to hand the field off to the pros.
Perfect timing.
After the game is over, there is still plenty for the grounds crew to wrap up. Even when the season finally concludes, John Turnauer and his team continue their work to keep the Washington Nationals Park impressive.
So as soon as the season's end, we immediately start getting ready for next season, believe it or not. So our growing season goes through the end of October, and depending on the fall that we're having, we may get a few extra days in November for growing weather.
That means there's work to be done year-round. But it doesn't mean calling this your office ever really gets old.
Coming into a Major League ballpark on a daily basis is still a pretty unique experience, and to be able to call this place your workplace, it's fun.
Wow, Matt, watching that, my first thought was, and he answered the question as like, during the off season, does the grass grow brown like everyone's front lawn?
He says, it's a task that takes the entire off season, and they're constantly worried. You might remember this last winter that we had it went well into the springtime, and it's always a concern. They have events, concerts. They had the outdoor winter classic with hockey this year. So yes, the short answer is yes, and which is why they always hope they get that extra those growing days in the fall, and why they always try to start as early as they possibly can to get everything in perfect condition for the opening day.
And I like that he said that the science behind that, because you don't think that so much goes into that, and there is science behind this, trying to get that grass to grow and the different shades of green and all of that.
Right, yeah, and I like that he spoke to that too, because if you're sitting in the stands on a game day, a lot of kids will look at the people out there on the field getting it ready for in the ballpark at one of their favorite places, places to show up and be, and to tell them, you know, this is the sort of thing you need to study and the sort of thing that you can go out and pursue and do, and this can be your job. You can do this for a living like me if you'd like to. I like that. That's kind of cool, you know.
Now, we've always heard the cliche of the players spitting tobacco, but what's up with the sunflower seeds? That's the first time I ever heard that.
And me too, and it's funny because when we got there that day, you could see sunflower seeds everywhere, and they do spend a lot of time picking them up. And when I say picking them up, I don't mean just raking them. He will walk around and physically pick up
every single seed,
debris, seeds, anything. Yeah, he gets down on the field and he will look at individual blades of grass to find out how long he has left on the mower blades. It's a very tedious job in many, many ways. Right?
Incredible, incredible. Up next, a look at what it takes to achieve girl power when Washington Full Circle returns. And finally, an organization that provides some vital tools and support to young ladies in the D.C. area to help them achieve girl power. Curious? Take a look as Lindsay Washington visits Girls Incorporated.
Welcome to Girls Inc. of the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area.
In this age of social media, cyberbullying, and intense peer pressure, growing up can be really tough. But Girls Inc. gives girls the tools and empowerment to navigate the often rough waters of growing up.
Girls Incorporated has been around since 1865 in the post-industrial revolution. Since then, Girls Incorporated has evolved, and we are a network of affiliated groups across the nation and in Canada. And what we provide is the Girls Inc. experience. For girls ages 6 to 18, we have research-based programs that address the many obstacles that girls face in our society, in our world really, and that address their core areas of development. We have health and wellness. We talk about stress. Girls often talk about how stressed they are and the pressures they feel from school, from home, from all kinds of avenues, from the media, to look a certain way, to behave a certain way. We talk about body image. Girls learn Zumba, yoga, meditation, all kinds of cool things and ways to handle the stresses that young ladies face. We talk about sister support and the importance of being a positive peer, being a supportive friend. And we talk about taking risks, that it's okay to question, it's okay to take risks as long as you're in a safe space and you have people around you who will be supportive. And we talk about financial literacy, knowing how to budget, knowing how to acquire money, and then once one has money, what to do with it, how to save it, how to spend it. We talk about STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and math, often now referred to as STEAM because the arts is appropriately incorporated into that. And leadership development and college preparation are the other areas that are very important to us, particularly here in Washington, where we have so many wonderful women leaders and role models in so many fields. Here we have our library section. Another great opportunity for anyone who would want to volunteer or do something wonderful for us would be to have a book drive. We've had several women's groups do that for us, and we're always interested in collecting substantively positive material that girls between the ages of 11 and up through high school would be eager to read, and good videos as well. It's great conversation and great exploration and great opportunity to talk and to think and to be hopeful for our world as we cross cultures in our discussion and through reading. You know, there's so much, so you can go anywhere with a good book, right?
Girls come to Girls Inc. often to unwind after school, do homework, and have a place to gather while waiting for their parents to get off work. The camaraderie, friendships, and lessons they learn during the Girls Inc. experience is so important that we should all hope that Girls Inc. is around for many years to come.
Well, that's it for Washington Full Circle. Thanks to Matt Valikia, and thanks to you for watching. We'll see you again next time.